Hello everybody, welcome back to another full modded weapon guide here on Fallout 4, the series where I take a certain weapon each episode, show you guys exactly how to get it and what it's all about and how it can be modded. So today we are going to be going through this guy right here, the Flamer. Now this is a flamethrower which can be picked up from various different places on the map, and as you can see it does exactly what it says on the tin. It shoots out flames. So I will be showing you guys exactly how to get this, what mods can be put on it, and exactly how good that is against enemies which we will spawn into our special arena. So first, where will you get the Flamer? So the best place I could recommend to get a Flamer is the Saugus Ironworks, which is right here on the map. It's just east of the town of Salem. So once you come here, you're going to be absolutely overcome by a load of guys carrying Molotovs, flamers, all sorts of things like that. There's just going to be fire and hell absolutely everywhere. So I really do recommend bringing your best set of power armor, or even just a really good strong set of armor, because these guys can get you from a massively long range. But as you can see, you'll pretty quickly run into a guy with a flamer. So go ahead and take them down. You can do it from a distance. I do recommend bringing a good sniper rifle or something like that. But these guys will just start chucking things at you absolutely everywhere. So make sure you take one of them down. If you want a quick getaway, pick up the flamer and then just absolutely tear it away from here, because if not, you will get absolutely ravaged. But as you can see, we have picked ourselves up a nice flamer. Now this thing comes with a good amount of damage. There's also a lot of ammo around. If you kill these guys, you'll be able to pick up their flamer fuel as well, which will help you out no end. I do recommend you to get as much flamer fuel as possible, because this is quite scarce and quite hard to get hold of. So the real only way to get it is to actually loot it off the guys' bodies. So that's how to get it. Now let's have a look at how this weapon can be modified to improve it. So I've got two flamers here. One I'm going to keep pretty standard, one I'm going to modify. So the first thing to modify is the tanks. Now you can either have the standard tank or the napalm tank. The napalm tank will give superior damage, and it will actually take this one up from 28 damage to 40. So it's definitely worth doing that one as well. It will increase the weight and the value as well, and it will only cost adhesive, aluminium, copper and screws. So you don't need any extra different perks or anything like that. And that will just give it a hell of a lot more damage. Now as you can see here, between the standard and the normal one, the animations of the flames don't change at all. Nothing like that happens. It is just pure damage change, that. So go ahead and equip that one, and that will turn it into the napalmer. So now if we go into the napalmer, we'll go into barrels and have a look at the different barrels. Now you can either have the standard or the long barrel. Now this doesn't change the stats of this thing too much on paper, but obviously it will make the flamer reach a lot further. So again, that is definitely a handy one to equip, so you can actually get the flames going a hell of a lot longer. Also, the next modification to the extended napalmer now is the propellant tank. You can either have a large propellant tank or a huge propellant tank. Now the standard size of a flamer tank is actually 100, so we'll go ahead and look at that right now. No mods have been done to the tank at all. As you can see, once I reload, it will go up to 100, so that is my total for now. So let's go back into the crafting bench and put the next level up, the large propellant tank, on, and that will actually take it from 100 to 200. So now we have double the mag size basically for this thing. So that is pretty handy. But of course this is a full modded weapon guide, so let's go and put the huge propellant tank on it. That costs obviously a lot more materials to do, but it's definitely well worth it in the end, especially if you're serious about carrying one of these around with you, because that'll take it up to 400. So that is definitely a massive mod and a really good change to take it from 100 cells to 400. You can just keep your hand on that thing all day then. Anyway, so now it's gone to the maximum capacity huge napalmer. Let's look at nozzles. So you've got three nozzles: the standard, the compression and the vaporization. Now if you equip the compression nozzle, it'll give better damage but reduced range. But if you go for the vaporization nozzle, it'll go for huge damage, so like superior damage, but inferior range. So this thing's actually taking the range off it, but making it more powerful, apparently. So I'll go ahead and equip both of them, but I will tell you that I don't recommend putting these different nozzles on. You've already put the extended barrel on it, which increases range, and now you're actually going to be reducing range by putting these things on. So I really don't recommend doing that at all. But as you can see, this thing now has an absolutely rubbish range completely. You can only really go for things right in front of you. So that's completely spoilt the whole long rangeness of this flamethrower. You don't want to be close to someone when you're setting them on fire, so I do recommend taking them off if you've already modified one and put them on, because it really doesn't do that much difference from what I can see. That one is slightly longer, but again, it's just totally taken it away from it. And just to demonstrate the difference between these nozzles as well, I'm going to put a real unmodified nozzle flamer that you've just seen us modify. I'm going to pit it up against the one with the highest nozzle on it as well, and just show you guys that there is absolutely no difference really between the damage. It says there is absolute maximum damage from that nozzle and inferior range, but you can see right here that there is no difference. This is the standard flamethrower. You can see the legendary mythic Deathclaw's health going down, and then I switched to the one which is supposed to be the maximum damage, shortest range. We stood right next to him, and it is just absolutely pathetic. Nothing is happening at all. So I really think that there's something either gone wrong or bugged out there, or it's just lying to you. It is not amazing amount of range. So as you can see, it's pretty much spoilt the range on the flamethrower, and it's not really taking the Deathclaw's health down as much as it should do. So I would remove that completely. So to end things off, we are going to be going up against a small pack of dogs. I say small, there is 50 dogs right here, and yeah, just a little end demonstration of how good this thing really is. So we've got two different types of the flamers on us right here. We have got the long barrel flamer with no modded nozzle, and we've also got the fully modified, everything at max settings as well. So let's activate the dogs. Now as you can see from an absolute mile away, you can really pick smaller enemies off especially, and just make sure they don't get anywhere near you. You can just sit there flaming the floor, and as you can see, all these dogs are going down. A couple of them have caught me up a little bit now, so I'm going to switch to the small ranged variant of this modded weapon. But yeah, it's taking them down pretty quickly no matter which one I use. That's it then, guys. So that is the flamer, my full modded weapon guide, everything that you can do to it, where you can get it, and exactly what I think of everything. So really hope you guys have enjoyed this. Make sure you go out and get yourself one and give it a play with it. Let me know what you think of all the mods and which ones you like to use, and if there's any other weapons you want me to modify in the future for a future episode. So thank you for watching everyone, really hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.